Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is your top 5 from the weekend of January 28th and 29th, where the theme was Time Waits for Nobody. That was care of a Lil quote that came up, and we will get to the new theme shortly, as well as who won last week and your critique from the top, from the 20th and 29th, Time Waits for Nobody. So, you know what? That brings up, well, before I do that, let's go and show you who won last week, where the theme was F8. And let's scroll down to the bottom, and the top 5, the top vote getter was Greg Haynes with 26% of the vote. Greg, congratulations. This is the photo that he took. You're going to win an Adorama Picks photo book for doing that, and we're going to be switching up the contest soon, and you'll probably be winning something different in the next few weeks, which should be cool. So as we go back into the top 5, let's get to the top 5 in 1 second for Time Waits for Nobody. And that reminds me of a poem that I wrote a long while ago, and it's called Time. Here we go. Time. 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 Thank you. There's my poem. Let's get into the top 5 here. So I picked a bunch of I picked 5 shots, and then we're going to get to the critique right after this, and I'll just say the new theme right now, actually. The new theme for the weekend of the 4th and 5th of February is fire hydrants, water plugs, something similar to what a fire hydrant is. I don't know what they are like around the world. I hear some people saying in the UK they don't have them, but find something similar, something that will play into it, an object that relates to a fire hydrant, which is used to put out flames, or it's used to keep people cool in the summer if they're going to play in the fire hydrant area. What I'm looking for here is creativity surrounded by the fire hydrant. So it could just be a shot of a fire hydrant somewhere, but that could be boring. But it could definitely be that. It could be a scene that is created around the fire hydrant. Excuse me as I don't take that phone call. So it could be a scene surrounded by a fire hydrant. Be creative with this. You've got something going on here. You have a fire hydrant. Do a portrait by there. Do something creative. Do a macro shot. Bring the dog out. Do something. Let's see some creativity going on there. I mean, you guys are very creative week in and week out, so I can't wait to see what you come up there. But definitely have fun with it, and be sure to post your files in the theme. So the top 5 here, we've got the first one from Ash Martin. I thought this was an interesting shot. You've got the barbed wire and the sun setting. You could perceive this as time is stopping or going slow because you're behind this fence. You're in jail, you're locked up, you don't know where you're going, you don't know what's going on. So I like the theme that's going on there in the photo with the barbed wire and the time as the sun is setting. I don't think it's going up, but hey, it could be going up. It could be the morning. But we think it's the sun setting, that, you know, your time is passing you by and you're stuck behind these barbed wire. So it's however you want to perceive it. So nice job there. The second photo here, which is from DNGRMS, I'm not sure if this is similar to the one from last week, but it's a kid waiting, looking out the window. Compositionally, watch for cutting hands and cutting the tops of the heads, but I thought it was a strong photo. The story behind it, as it was written, is that this is, the kid just keeps getting older. He just keeps growing faster and faster as time waits for no one, or nobody, or however the quote was. But it's a cool shot. It's nice and sharp in on his left eye. That's his right eye right here. So it's a cool shot. I think it works very well for the theme because the kid is getting older. Nice job there. Then we've got an interesting one that I picked here. Jimmy Saluha, because that's a silent J. I am going to think that it's a silent J. I think this is a shot through a store window of an old chair, and you can see that there's tons of dust on the ground. It's hazy. I like that a lot. I like the processing a lot, and I like the fact that it's the chair. It's like time has passed by for the chair, and how many people have sat in this? Who have sat in the chair? Why is there so much dust? Why didn't it work? So you ask yourself all of these questions, and that's all coming out of this one photo. So that's really, really interesting. So there's your next choice. Then after that, we got Joe Pido, number 2. Well, it's the second one. It's Joe Pido. He had 2. I think he's going to have 1 in the critique as well. It's a cool shot. Nice and solid. It's, oh, God, he's got vampire teeth. He's got vampire teeth. I didn't even notice that. But I like the lighting. I like the green feel of it, of like the undead or the dead or whatever the vampires are. I don't follow vampires very close, but it's a cool shot. I think it works. I don't know. Maybe it does play into the time theme because don't vampires live forever until you kill them some way with like a silver bullet? No, that's a werewolf. Or is it a cross? I don't know. I don't know vampires too well. I don't follow the vampires things very well. So nice shot right there. And then we've got the last one from Johnny number 7. Not Johnny number 5. Johnny number 5. What movie is that? I don't remember the name of that movie, but I love that. Johnny number 5. Anyway. I thought this was a cool concept. You know, you've got the Salvador Dali photos here in the book. One of his most famous paintings here is The Melting of the Clock. So he took a picture of a watch and then did some melting of it in his own, or in their own right, Johnny number 7. So I think that is very, very cool, very creative, a nice concept. I like what you did there. So here's what you guys can do for me. You can click and vote here. The more votes, obviously you want to vote for the photo that you want to win the contest for the weekend. Please do that. Also leave a comment down here in the Facebook comment side. Be sure to use tweet it, like it, submit it, tumble it, plus it, Google, and you can even Pinterest these things these days to share it on Pinterest. So the new theme coming up for the weekend is fire hydrants. Or if you've got something similar somewhere else around the world, that's fine too. Don't forget that you can take photos on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. You have until Thursday evening in the Eastern Standard Time to post your photos in the forum. And you don't have to follow the theme in order to be in the top 5. The theme is generally just a suggestion for something for you to do on the weekend. And I would love to see the creativity that's going to come from the fire plug, the fire hydrant, or even something similar around the world that I may not be privy to as of yet. So let's see that, and we're going to be right back with the critique from the weekend theme. So here we are with the critique from Time Waits for Nobody, and we have some interesting shots this week. I picked this out. Well, one, there's a pole in the middle of the floor in this person's home, and 2, there's a lot of records in the background. I don't understand it. I just thought it was interesting that she could lift her leg like that over her head. That's why I picked this photo, because she can... I'm going to try this right now. Ow! It didn't work. I wasn't able to lift my leg that high. Squirrel! We had to get our squirrel in there. So here's an interesting shot. It's like an old house. I'm not going to say run down because people may still live there. I don't know. It just looks old on the outside. It could be the most pristine on the inside. You never know. And it's that whole don't judge a book by its cover thing. But maybe time has passed this house by. Time has weathered the outside. There's a lot of these wires running around. The way that the scene... Oh, is that a boarded up window in the front? Okay, I don't think anybody's living in this house because there's a boarded up window. But the way the mood is created by the light is really creative, and it's just, I like the shot. That's why I wanted to point it out here in the critique. This is an interesting shot, but I kind of feel like this should be a high contrasty black and white, or just a black and white in general. I don't think a lot of processing has been done to this file, but what I like is that the stairs are leading into the water. What does that mean? Why are the stairs leading into the water? Or is it just the way that it looks? And it's just you could pull things out of everywhere to say, what does this stuff mean? And this is interesting that, the stairs lead into the water. I just think it would have been more effective to be a black and white, in my opinion, but I wanted to show it as a critique and go there. This is a cute shot. I'm not sure of the quality of the image. That's why I didn't put it in the top 5, because we lost a lot of details and stuff in this area, but I thought it was a cute shot. The kid's just sitting there going, "What's up? What's up? Yeah. Right there. That's right. Lather me up. Lather me good. Don't forget behind my ears, a little bit of my tuchus. Don't forget to clean my tuchus." Yeah, it's just it's a cool shot. I like it. It shows just a small kid. I like the catch lights in the eyes. I find them to be interesting. I just love the look at the kid's face. The eyebrows are raised. The face. He's just so cute with the bubbly little cheeks. They're so cute. Boom. We got the vampire again. This is the other shot that the other guy did. He's in the top 5 this week. But I thought it was a cool vampire-y type shot. I actually didn't even notice the fangs when I was looking at the photos the first time, but it's nice. Nice job there. Moving forward, we got a water droplet. It's just the top of the droplet as it's before it bounces back down. It's a nice shot. The color is interesting. You got the red with then just the dark color there. I love what's going on here inside the droplet. It's a cool shot, and that's why it's up here in the critique. Cool shot of, it's not Big Ben, I don't think. There's a sticker there. Yeah, it's just, you've got the angles, you've got the, that would be the moon. Yes, that's the moon right there. So it's an interesting shot there. Not too much else to say about it. I just liked it because the moon was there. This is cool. The person took the time to create this fake bomb, I hope a fake bomb, and have it set to 1 second. They got it set to 1 second, so by the iPhone, there's a circuitry board. I just hope that nobody thought you were actually building a real bomb and then that they would call the cops on you, because I don't know what the dynamite stuff looks like, but it's creative. We got to give you that one. There's a story behind this photo, and I believe this gentleman said, or lady, gentleman, I don't remember because I can't tell by the name, that they said their grandfather stormed the beach in Normandy. They were a British troop, and they got a tip that Hitler was in this bunker, and they got there. It was all set up, ready for everybody, but they were a half an hour too late. So I think the quote was that the grandfather said he was a half an hour away from ending the war. That's a whole nother story. I mean, I would love to see the photographs that he captured. He took this picture in Hitler's bunker, which is incredible. I mean, it's just the history that goes into that stuff. Who knows if it would have actually ended the war? I know this isn't a history discussion, and I find it's always hard to second guess history because you never know what would happen the other way. Could it have been worse? Would somebody else have been able to do something different? In general, I'm not talking about just World War II. I just say in general, it's hard to second guess history because if you try to reverse history and change things, somebody worse may have come along. I mean, you never know what would happen. I mean, that's just my brain thinking there, and that's a little sidestep. So we got this shot. This looks like it's a night shot. I like this. I like the clouds, the sky, the moon, the sand, the mountains in the background. I like this. It's very Ansel Adamy-esque. So I like that honorable mention right there. Boom. This is interesting. I'd like to see this be a little sharper, but I love the colors. I love the star trails that are going on over there. And I just think it's... Yawn. I think it's interesting what's going on there. I like the colors more so than anything. I wish it was sharper. That's all I'm looking for from that. This person wrote a couple paragraphs about the photo, and they said that their father was ill for a little while, and they weren't sure he was going to make it, so he made it home, and this was his birthday, and he called him an old man and stuff. And I just thought I would point it out and say, nice job with the photo story that you were creating in the forum. I'd like to see that, and I wish everybody well. Is this the same person? This is the same person as well. For this, it's a very tight shot. It's composed extremely tight. We just need a little bit more light in the face, even if it's in the processing. It looks like the eye is pretty close to being sharp here. We just need a little bit more light. I think the color needs to be tweaked just a bit, and then that would take it to the next level and make it even better. This is a cool street scene. You've got the old world buildings on the left. You've got old world buildings on the right. You've got the trolley cars that go up and down the road. You've got this person on the right-hand side with a frame, an empty picture frame. It's just a cool black and white shot that shows a scene of the time of what's going on. I like that. Beautiful looking dog looking this way. Great color eyes. I just wanted to showcase that. This was our winner from last week, by the way. Russ Ellis, I believe, won the shoot, I think. So, cool shot. Little girl wearing an I Shoot Raw hat with the pick in there. Very cute. Nice job. This is a cool shot as well. It's a nice macro shot shooting the 1/25th of a second, the 60th, the 2/50th, and showing that on a macro shot. These are fun. They create dimension and they create interest in your images, and I think it's really cool. So, nice job right there. This person, when they, I think it's too vibrant, it's too saturated, it's over the top. But in this person's information on the side, it said they're a blind photographer. So I don't know if this person is legitimately a blind photographer and that they respond differently to high contrasty images and high vibrance and saturation. I'd be interested to see that. So that was just my feedback, is that it looks a little too over the top for me, but maybe for this person's eyes it looks just right. So I'd be interested to hear about that. So please let me know if you are legitimately or legally a blind photographer. That would be interesting. Cool birdie shot. I don't know why the crop is the way it is, but it's an interesting shot. I like the light on the bird. He's so little and tiny and sitting on those thorns. It's cute. And then we're back to the girl who can lift her leg and contort all different ways. And there you have it. That is your critique for the Time Waits for Nobody. Don't forget the new theme is fire hydrants, or something similar to what a fire hydrant is in your location, because I'm not aware of what they are, as I'm just not until you guys bring it to my attention. So thank you guys very much. We will see you next week. Don't forget to vote for the top 5 to help that person win a prize. I'm not sure what that prize is going to be next week as of yet, but it's going to be good whatever it is. So there you have it. Please vote. Please like it up. Please Pinterest. Do all of those things. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.